Time for a field trip.
Adventure.
Field trip.
We
haven't done a live stream here in a while.
So you might have heard, we've got something cool happening on Saturday. It is a show at the Antelope Butte Festival. And today is the day that I leave because I like to be really prompt. So I'm leaving like 5 days early, and then the rest of them are gonna show up some other time because they're a bunch of slackers. So Riley was kind enough to help me pack up while the rest of the Stallions were at work. You can see all of the magical footage of the gnomes hard at work loading the car. Look at that. Heave! Use your gnome muscles.
You gonna help at all or what?
I'm just gonna stand here and watch. With my friend, Mr. Tree. Hi, Mr. Tree.
The last bit of effort.
Heave! I believe in you.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you load a van.
High five. Mic stands are heavy.
Super heavy.
If you're a gnome and you don't have any arms.
Yeah, but
My
yeah.
framing is also like on point. Lit AF.
Lataf.
Lataf! I'm gonna start driving because I need to warm up for the next 4 days to get ready for the show. And Riley's gonna go do whatever he does
Whatever Riley does.
to get ready for a show.
I like to make sure all of our mic stands are nice and polished.
His favorite pastime is polishing his music stand.
Don't forget it. Yay.
Insert driving montage here.
When he walks on my car, you know wax top passing him a broken heart. We were all over town, all over town. Well, it's all over now, all over now.
If he says what we're thinking, we all might be insane, and it comes around again. But what's to become of our democracy? Rule, war, and order, and the oligarchy. Man in the middle should lose his shirt. Fascism, he deferred.
We're back, and we're really bad at documenting things when they happen. So, everybody has opinions about the festival afterwards.
My favorite part of the Antelope Butte Festival was Other than the whole thing, I also did really like our shenanigans after a successful performance.
My favorite part of the festival was getting to be on a pretty sweet stage, but then specifically on a riser behind my castle of drums playing music with lights blaring in my eyeballs. It's funny 'cause when I set up, I turned their lights a little bit, and then they were putting them back. I'm like, yeah, I can't see. Oh, and I removed all the lights. I was like, thank you. They're like, is that good? I'm like, yeah, I can see now.
Honestly, giggling like stupid idiots in the tent after the show on Saturday. Hanging out and listening to the last band was pretty great. After we finally got the tent up and it was dark out and had a nice full day of mountain hippie shenanigans.
It was great.
Yes.
It was awesome. We ended up playing later in the day than we thought we were going to, so it was after the sun had gone down, and there was lights all up in our faces, and we couldn't even see if the audience was enjoying it or not, but after we were done, it sounded like they were enjoying it. So it was a lot of fun. It was a blast. And River Sound and Bob did an awesome job. Everything sounded fantastic, and this fly is annoying. But it was great. It was a ton of fun. It was awesome.
I ended up sitting down and knitting all afternoon, so that was great.
We played some hacky sack.
We're like sitting down, like watching the show, and this guy comes up. He was like, he's like a middle-aged guy, dad, you know. So it's like his like cargo shorts and like his t-shirt, his hat, and his shades.
So the first comment he made as he like came around the tent, he was like, "Oh, perfect, a bunch of hippies."
Yeah. Do you guys kick? And Virgil's like, I have no idea what we're talking about. He like held up a hacky sack. I'm like, I mean, yeah, like if no one wants it, I'll take it. He's like, no, like I've got a second one. Do you guys like want to go like kick sack? I'm like, yes. Went and played hacky sack with this dude.
It was rad.
It was super funny. And it was funny because there was like this old guy sitting over next to us, and we like
hit him with
kept
the hacky
almost
sack.
hitting him.
We hit him like, and it's funny because like every
At
time,
least a dozen times.
yeah,
It was pretty funny.
You guys.
every time I ran over to like get it. I'm like, hey, sorry. He's like, no, that's cool, dude.
He was super
Like he was
patient.
he was totally fine with it, but I'm just like, I'm really sorry. Or do we just want to jump around? Jump around. I don't.
Let's just jump around.
Jump around. Jump around.
Which we were up in the Bighorns though. Basically drove all the way from Colorado, hit a show in Casper, went all the way up to Sheridan, went up to the Montana border, high-fived them, and then came back down to the festival. But yeah, we almost didn't play the festival though.
Yeah, we almost didn't.
Dun dun dun.
But the
Roller coaster.
the good stuff is that we just got rescheduled and we still got to play and put on a kick-ass show.
Yeah, so basically we showed up an hour after we were supposed to start playing, which in our mind was when we were supposed to get there to start setting up for sound check. We show up, and the musical director for the festival walked up to us and he's like, "Are you guys Fat Stallion?" We're like, "Yeah, what's your name?" Like, super stoked, gonna shake his hand. He's like, "I'm sorry you drove up for nothing."
And then our dreams were crushed.
Then I went and screamed in the car for a minute.
I had to go sit by the lake and look at the water.
I was just like tired of driving. But then it worked out even better because we basically headlined the festival.
Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, but kind of.
Everyone felt like we did.
Yeah,
Everyone felt like that way.
It was rad.
That's
Because
really all
then
that matters.
what ended up happening, basically, like the three of us went and felt sorry for ourselves, and Jeremiah jumped on like the go-getter proactive train and
Yep.
fixed everything. Yeah, Bob owns River Sound, who was the company that was running sound for the whole festival, and Light went and talked with him, and we played one of our singles, Big Break, which you can listen to everywhere.
Right now.
And we played that for them over the big speakers while they were like setting up in between bands, in between acts. And so then Kevin and some of the other people that were like managing the festival, right, were able to listen to it. They were able to get a little bit more of a solid understanding of like what we sound like.
Yeah, after they played the music, I just went and I apologized to Kevin again, and then Bob was like, "Hey, Kevin, come here." And they talked, and then they're like, "Okay, so I can't promise you this, but like, I'm gonna like, if we can get another slot lined out, you guys could play like 30 minutes or something, or like we'll get a slot for you, whatever it is, and like you can't play for full pay because I had to like use your money to pay the guy that covered your slot." And so we're like, yeah, like whatever you can do is okay. Like, don't tell anyone yet because like I don't know that I can do this. I have to go talk to like the head CEO guy that's running the whole event and get okay with him. So he went off and did that. He ended up saying it was okay. So he came back and said, "Okay, so you guys are going to close. And we're going to run this late slot. Like, probably no one's going to be there, but like, blah, blah, you're not going to be full pay, all this stuff. It's probably going to be like 30 minutes." We're like,
It was going to be like 10:30 to 11, right?
Yeah,
originally.
Something like that. And we're like, sweet, sounds good. And then the guys that were scheduled to be closing got all grumpy.
Yeah.
And so then Kevin had to deal with them yelling at him and being all whiny and complaining. And he came and he was talking with someone and I overheard it. He's like, I'm like, "We don't care." He's like, "You're listening to my conversation?" I'm like, "Well, like you said Fat Stallion really loud and I'm right next to you."
Yeah.
Like, we don't care if we close. It doesn't matter to us. Whatever you want to do. If they need
long
to
as we
close,
play.
if we get to play, we're happy. And
Yeah.
so he moved them a little later. They got to close. We played a really small set, kind of between two bands, and blew everyone's minds, and it was great.
A lot of people really dug it, and there were a lot of people at the festival that went there to listen to us play.
Actually, that
There
was
were
one of
some
my
other
favorite
really cool
parts.
stories.
There was a guy who came and talked to me after the show and was telling me that his daughter, who lives in Grand Lakes, which is on the west side of the Rockies from here, she knows of us and told him specifically to go because she saw us on the roster and knew us and told him that he needed to go.
Pretty
so,
cool.
She's like, "Hey, Dad, you're close to that. Go to it."
anyway,
But yeah,
the show in Casper was really
That
bad.
was
That too.
now we got to
Yeah.
see Jeff Stanley again, and he's awesome.
Yeah,
He's
Jeff
so
Stanley's
good.
rad.
So at any rate,
But yeah, Casper was super cool. People were way enthused about that.
that shit's so rad.
So rad.
That shit's rad.
We'd be into it.
And then he proceeded to kiss Jack.
No, that
No,
was
that was a different
That
guy.
was,
That was the cook.
That was the cook
Oh,
for the bar,
Oh,
for
okay.
the like restaurant bar grill thing. Yeah, he was so excited because he's convinced I'm going to be the next Getty Lee.
Yeah.
I
So,
heard him talking about
That was pretty cool. That was
Wow.
pretty cool. He came up to me several times and he's like, "You are gonna be amazing." I was like, "Wow, thank you."
Right?
I appreciate your support.
Yeah.
That was neat.
I got some footage of us driving up the mountain,
Dude,
and then not much else.
Yeah.
the
So
mountain
hopefully you'll
is
get to see
like
that. Insert
straight.
driving montage.
No, you've already seen
Here.
all of that. Don't even worry about it.
Insert driving montage here.
No, you've already seen it. Unless you want to
Ding.
see it a second time. You want to see it a second
Ding.
time? Okay.
And now that's the end
Now
of
I'm
the montage.
confused.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank
Thank you,
Big
camera,
underground.
for being there.
Ground.
Thank you,
Ground.
camera, for being there.
Thank you.
all the
And all you
way
And
All over the
to
place. You're wonderful.
Colorado.
Are we
Party.
dancing?